In this question, we're asked to find the 1-year deferred 2-year forward rate, and then we're given all this information here. So I've written all the information down, and the main question is, so the actual calculation itself is very simple, but the important question is what exactly is a forward rate? So I'm going to take a look at the simplified view here. So I'm just going to take a look at the situation from time 0 to time 2. So let's say I want to find the 1-year deferred 1-year forward rate, so the forward rate that spans this region in time over here. So what exactly does this mean? So what this means is that if we're standing at time 0 and then we enter into a contract that's going to pay us some interest within this time period here. So based on all the spot rates that we have standing at time 0, so we have all these spot rates. Based on all these spot rates, we can be assured that this contract that we're entering, the interest that we're going to be paid in the future has to be equal to the forward rate. And the reason for this is because of the no arbitrage assumption. And so first of all, you see that, so if you look at the spot rates, these are all given information. So for 2-year spot rate, it's 9%, and then for the 1-year spot rate, it's 8%. And so given all this information, so we have the spot rate structure. So the longer we borrow money for, the higher interest we have to pay, because the person that's lending you money is going to have to take a higher risk if they lend you more money. So this is all this information about spot rates. This is given already by the market. So this is determined by how much risk the people who are lending you money are willing to take. So it's a lot of factors, and then you determine your spot rates. So after you have your spot rates, then you can deduce what your forward rates will be. And in this case, it will be given by something like this. So you have a formula for this. So all you have to do is just to chain everything up. So on the one hand, we have spot rate all the way to time 2, and then we just do the same thing on the left-hand side, but we kind of break this up into, so if it's not starting from time 0, you just use the forward rate, and you just chain everything up to the final destination. In this case, it's just time 2. So on the right-hand side, we're compounding to time 2. On the left-hand side, we're also compounding to time 2. And then, due to the no arbitrage assumption, both of these have to be equal. And using this formula, we can find the forward rate. So the reason why the no arbitrage assumption leads to this formula, you're going to have to do something like constructing a portfolio. You'll see that if you construct a portfolio where you enter into this contract where you can kind of receive interest in the future, you will find that you're going to have to receive this interest rate, otherwise there will be arbitrage. And the details of that, you're going to be learning more about that in your future courses like Stat 3905. So just take it for granted right now that, so conceptually, this is a consequence of the no arbitrage assumption. So mathematically, the calculations itself, you can use a formula like this. Mathematically, it's very simple, but conceptually, you should understand that this is a consequence of the no arbitrage assumption. And if you construct a portfolio, and then if you tweak this interest rate, if you make it higher or lower, you'll see that you can actually construct portfolios. Given these spot rates, you can actually construct a portfolio with arbitrage. And the only case without arbitrage is that you have this, that is that the interest rate in the future is equal to the interest rate as given by this formula. And the details of that, once again, you'll learn in 3905. So conceptually, if you were wondering why we even have a concept of forward rate, that is the reason why. It's because of the no arbitrage assumption. So I hope that gave you a bit of intuition as to why we have forward rates. Now we need to calculate the 1-year deferred 2-year forward rate. And calculation-wise, it's very simple. So on the one hand, we just compound up to time 3. So if we compound to time 3, you have 1.095 to the power of 3. And on the other side, we want to deduce what this 1-year deferred 2 years forward rate is. So this section, this term here is going to compound all the way here. And then in this side, so this expression, this is going to compound from time 1 to time 3. So in order to make both sides equal, we're going to also have to compound this region here, and that's equal to 8%, so we just multiply it by 8%. So using this formula, we can deduce that the 1-year deferred 2-year forward rate is equal to 10.26%. So there you have it. And once again, if you are wondering why this formula is valid, this is a consequence of the no arbitrage assumption. So the construction of the portfolio itself to prove this formula is kind of complicated. You'll learn that soon enough in 3905. So for the time being, just understand where this concept came from and just be mindful of it.